Nihon a Yokoso. Welcome to Japan. This is a picture of Tokyo with Mount Fuji in the distance, and we were fortunate enough to live over where the green arrow is on the left. A quick look at the history, beginning with 30,000 years ago when people are thought to first have arrived in Japan. The Jomon period for rice farming and pottery and metal, which was borrowed from China and Korea. Then came the Heian period, where Japan became sort of Japanese. The people developed the language, developed the art, and so forth. And the Tale of Ganji was written by a woman, thought to be first novel ever written. It's a novel about the floating world. Then came the Kamakura period, where Zen Buddhism arrived and samurai warriors were prevalent. Then the Edo period, the shogun, and the Dutch traders who began to open up the connections between the world and Japan. And then the Meiji Restoration with the emperor, and Japan becomes a global power with manufacturing, military, and more. Then there were a bunch of wars, Chinese, Koreans, Americans, pretty much everybody throughout Asia, which ended with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And that brings us to the present, where Japan still has a deep connection to its past and its history, and is changing, maybe slowly, but nonetheless changing into something new. So for Japanese culture, the metaphor is the Japanese garden, and that comes from a gentleman named Gannon. The piece is for wa is harmony. The Japanese society is built on harmony. The saying is that the tall nail gets hammered down. That the need for a harmonious environment is really strong and shared by most everyone. Shikata is the proper way, or following the rules, the way you should act in public. And like with COVID-19, wearing a mask is really no trouble at all, because you would be terribly embarrassed to not go out of your way to protect someone else. And Saisen, the whole is in the parts, so that the whole of the universe is in an atom and vice versa. The basis of many Japanese gardens is founded on that sort of design idea. And then there's Kami, which is the spiritual side of the universe. It's where the energy comes from. It's the life force, if you would, like Qi would be in China. Shinto is a religion, and the religion is based on the centrality of, again, the harmony and the connection of all of the things in the universe together. So plants and rocks and water and people and animals are related and connected to each other in an integral kind of way. And here's a picture of a Japanese garden so that you can see the harmony, the blending, the proper way of designing a garden, shikata, so that there are certain sort of checklist things that you should be aware of and do. The whole is in the parts. This represents the entirety of the planet, so that the trees around the planet are represented here, as well as the rocks and the water and the rest of it, the flowers, the colored trees in the background. And at the top is a Shinto shrine. So quickly on the arts, I'll give you a sample collection here. You can see on the right the Yakuza tattoo guys. Yakuza are gangsters in Japan, and they used to show up on Sundays near our home at one particular hotel that was favored by them, and they all dressed exactly the same way. So, I mean, you couldn't not know that one of the guys was Yakuza. Down at the bottom and the right is a tea ceremony. It takes years, sometimes decades, to get this just right. And on the bottom left, the manga is everywhere in Japan, like comic books, and especially in 7-Eleven stores, convenience stores. And that's it for now. Thanks.
僕はここセリーナで働いています。ぜひお立ち寄りください。I separate work for the dining room and pay an attendant who will forgive.
高尾です。中央線のお乗り換えです。高尾を出ますと、水の
This is the Yakuin Temple, Buddhist temple on Mount Takao outside of Tokyo. You touch it, a magic wish comes true.
間に合わないんですよね。あ、本当。
And this is right next to the castle park. Skipping. Here's your tree. Okay, you gotta take this walk with me. I'm up above the city now, headed up to the park. And if I were a week later, I don't think we'd see this. There's your maple trees. You can see in the distance the shrine. This is Kanazawa. I don't think you'd like today too much. It's rainy and drizzly and cold. But beautiful park. These are the gardens. Kyokan. And you can have a look up over my head.